Hi guys, it's MusicClues. MusicClues here. Wait. Why do I feel like I'm missing somebody to help me do this recap? Someone I know. Oh, very well. Someone who usually does stuff like this with me. Someone who recaps the news with me. Is his name Ethan Ken? No. Chief and Ben? Ah. Oh, I know! Ethan N!
You called?
Yep, hey, Ethan N is finally back, guys. Guys, about time too.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, Ethan and I are here for this special summer edition of Culture Capture, where we usually each month me and Ethan recap the news of each month. However, since the summer was a pretty big month, and there was a whole bunch of news, pretty much most of the gaming covered all the anime and the movie news. Me and Ethan have decided to go back and recap on all the information from June, July, and August all together in one massive live stream for you guys. Now, tomorrow you probably already saw this, but me and Ethan also plan to do a next-gen live stream. When me and Ethan will talk about our next-gen plans in terms of content for the Go Gamers and what we plan to do in terms of buying our consoles, speculation a little bit about the pricing for both consoles, and some other stuff. So we will not be... So we will not be talking about any next-gen stuff in terms of gaming news, just so you guys know. Unless, of course, it is also coming to current consoles.
Yep.
But in terms of general gaming news, we obviously have a lot to cover that. But before we get to that, we need to cover the movie news, because out of all the things we need to talk about this time, that one's the most important.
Yep.
Especially because that one was the one, because of all the gaming stuff that caught me and Ethan off guard. We lost a lot. I lost keeping track of the movie news, so we need to go over that first. So I went back all the way to as far as July 31st. If I've missed anything, I will cover that in September's recap as a special missing summers tidbit section. But for the time being, this is all the news I was able to bookmark. If I say this, but thank you, IGN, for having all the articles I needed. Without you guys, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to do this. Me and Ethan actually know most of the big gaming news from June, July, and August off the back of our hands, but we will look back at articles just in case we forget.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, let's go over the movie news that we have here today. Okay, so the first big piece of movie news is apparently in the works a brand new Haunted Mansion movie from Disney is reportedly in the works. And honestly, that's pretty interesting to say the least. For those who don't know, the Haunted Mansion is a ride over in Disney World, and I think Disneyland. And it's a pretty spooky ride. I haven't been in person since I've only been to Disney World once, but I've seen what it's like, and it is pretty spooky inside.
I bet.
So that is interesting to say the least. Let's see. Also, in 2021, for DC fans, and this is big. Oh, speaking of which, we will get to a tidbit about DC a little bit later, because this is pretty important, unfortunately. But there are 4 DC animated movies coming next year. To animation, more than likely HBO Max. The first one is Batman Soul of the Dragon. It is it will be I've actually never heard of Soul the Dragon, really. This one's a new release to me, but it's an animated 1970s set original tale.
Okay.
Sounds interesting. The second one, Justice Society World War II, an original story, slave for release the next spring. So, yeah. And then the next one, arguably probably the biggest reveal apparently amongst rumors for this, was Batman The Long Halloween. And it will receive a two-part, not just one, two-part feature film adaptation.
Oh yeah.
And part one will debut in the summer. That's an interesting time to debut it. And then the other one will obviously, more than likely close to Halloween, premiere in the fall. Yeah, those are just two of the 4 movies you guys can expect. That's a very interesting thing to know. I'll have to keep an eye out for that movie.
Yup.
Oh, Shazam 2 was revealed.
That's a DC movie.
For those who haven't seen the original Shazam, Sam, I haven't seen it. Have you seen anything?
No.
But it is getting a sequel. It will be called Shazam: Fury of the Gods. Interesting. Aquaman 2. Ooh. Now, Aquaman 2 is not coming until 2022. But for those who are curious about the first Aquaman, I didn't see it myself. Again, I'm not a movie person. But I can tell you from what I heard from reviews and fans.
Wasn't that pretty?
Yeah, it wasn't that pretty. So we'll have to wait and see. But we might. They did say it was going to be a little more serious. So you're telling me the first movie wasn't serious?
Ha!
Guys.
What a joke.
Now I'm actually curious to see what it's like. If Aquaman is on HBO Max, I'll definitely take a look into it. But skepticalism. Let me see. For those who are waiting for the Justice League Caesar cut, apparently it's going to be a 4-part series. 4 parts. Sheesh, that long? Oh boy. So you guys will have to, stick around for the whole thing. Let me see if it says anything about the Caesar cut will be available on HBO Max.
Yep.
Max. Okay. They didn't reveal any more details outside of that. Oh, right. And it will be cut into TV-sized chunks. Ooh, that should be good. Okay, for those who are fans of Static Shock, Static Shock will be in a brand new comic book series next year.
That'll be good.
It will debut in February 2021, along with an original graphic novel. Interesting. And also, this isn't confirmed, but they did say they're looking into making a Static Shock movie. I believe you told me you remember hearing about Static Shock.
I did?
Yeah.
It's been a while, really.
Well, either way, I do remember seeing Static Shock back in my young days, so we'll wait and see how that goes. Let me see what else. Okay.
AMC.
Okay, apparently AMC will sell tickets for 15 cents.
I remember seeing it someplace.
On reopening day. 15 cents?
Why that cheap? That's even more cheaper than It's like you could pay like a dime and then a nickel into a movie theater. Wow.
Guys, I thought you was trying to make money, not lose it.
I don't get it. Why do they do that?
Mm.
Well, they have their own reason why.
Oh, they will reopen the movies on August 20th.
It's already passed in 8 days.
So, if anybody actually paid 15 cents for an AMC, let me know, because that's genuinely shocking to me.
I was shocked at first too, man.
But hey, you do you, AMC? Hey, Nico, could you kind of follow through maybe for fall movies later if you reopen? I would not mind paying 15 cents. I even go twice. Swear. Just saying. Let me see. Okay, so for those who are fans of Snake Eyes, I got a bit of bad news, unfortunately. The G.I. Joe spinoff Snake Eyes, which was originally going to be October 15th this year, 23rd this year, has been pushed back to October 22nd of 2021. So basically October of next year and off by a day. Fair enough. Scream 5 will be coming in 2022 on January 14th. So for those who are looking forward to that movie, at least you got a release date for that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Disney Plus was not enough for you guys. Apparently there's a second streaming service coming. An international one.
Oh, boy. Never heard of that service.
It's called simply Star.
I'll be honest, never heard such a thing.
Me neither. I'm surprised to slip through my Twitter feed. Then again, this was at the beginning of the month, and I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty busy at the beginning of the month. So, yeah, it's gonna launch its Star Black, an international streaming service in 2021, and it will feature distribute content from ABC, FX, Freeform, Searchlight, and 20th Century Films on a new international streaming service geared towards general entertainment.
Okay.
So basically stuff from Disney themselves. And, quote, they made, the article says here, it will not include any third-party content. So basically anything from other companies such as DreamWorks.
Okay.
So I'm not sure exactly what Star will feature, but I'm curious to see exactly how it's going to compete with other company with Disney Plus. So basically, Disney Plus is basically the content for the company for a family, and this seems to be geared towards and Star seems to be geared towards all ages, which is fine by me.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I got good news and bad news about a certain title. You guys know the controversial live action movie Mulan. Well, I got good news and bad news. The good news is it's on Disney Plus. The bad news,
Disney put $30, even if you're subscribed to the Disney Plus. That's a ripoff. What an idiot.
No, you didn't hear even incorrect. To watch Mulan on Disney Plus, you got to pay $30 up front.
Okay, can I say something to put my opinions on this? Okay, so when I first saw it, I was happy, and then I was like, you know what, Disney? All right, fine. If you're gonna do that again on me like that, maybe I'll think twice not watching your movies. I'll think twice about that.
Yeah, to say the least, Ethan's not happy about it.
I'm sorry, but the recent moves you're making with live action Disney movies, that's not helping me. That's not helping me to get back to your company.
Yeah, Yeah. Ethan. So if you're wondering what Ethan's opinion is on Milan, we'll either gotta have to wait until that $30 price tag finally drops. Also, the Disney Plus, so Ethan can finally watch it without having to pay $30 straight up.
Even if you already subscribed to the Disney Plus.
Or we're just got to wait until it comes out on DVD, which, knowing Disney, is probably going to be longer than usual.
Oh, you want to know something, guys? I was hyped for the movie, and then after that $30 price showed up, my hype goes downhill from here. That ruined my hype.
Yeah, watch it, guys. I
just can't. I'm just not happy with you guys. Disney, you know what? Okay. Several things I noticed. Ruined Star Wars, Adventures, or Marvel, what you call. Somewhat okay-ish. Even if I didn't pay attention to that. But, and also live action movies and all that.
Not helping Ethan get back to the company.
I only got 2 out of the live actions I like, but sadly, everything else, it's all garbage.
And his opinion. Okay. So, let me see what else was announced. Okay, so AMC and Universal. You probably heard this earlier, but Universal had a bit of a controversy earlier in the spring about not airing the movies into theaters. However, this was mainly with AMC.
Yep.
That start kicking and screaming. But Universal and AMC have come to an agreement that to shorten their specific theatrical window, they have to stay in 17 days. The movie has to stay within 17 days before going into theater, before going on video on demand. That, I think, is a pretty fair argument, pretty fair agreement. Although I would probably say 20 days to be safe, so it's even number. But hey, if they agree to it, I'm fine by that. Okay, so for those who are wondering about the Mustang and Mega Man movie, if you were wondering if they were canceled, I hate to be the man of bad news, but unfortunately not. The director gave offered an update and said that there was news soon coming for the live-action Mega Man movie. And the Monster Hunter movie was delayed till, next year. I'm not so worried about Monster Hunter movie, but I am worried about that live-action Mega Man movie. Please don't kill him, guys. Guys, he just got back.
Yeah, now we got an Uncharted movie and then Mortal Kombat movie. Ah, jeez.
Yeah, worrisome stuff. And the last bit of news I have for you guys is, you guys know Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Literally everybody in gaming is talking about that game, and I have yet to play it myself. So, by the way, just a heads up. Apparently, the director was contacted by Ubisoft, so there may be a chance it might be turning to digital platforms at one point or the other. But nothing might come out of that. So just a little tidbit. But he did tweet that out on Twitter. But he plans to revisit. He's Eagle Walt. Right. That name sounds familiar. That last name in particular reminds me of a certain lawyer from a video game. It has explored the possibility of possibly revisiting his creation, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, in, get ready for this, anime form.
That's what it said.
And if you do that, I'm pretty sure you can watch it day one. all seriousness, though, Ethan is a very big fan of anime, so totally will check it out. Yeah. Haven't really watched the original, though. Have you?
I don't think so.
I didn't think so. So yeah, we'll definitely have to tune into that. But we will definitely let you guys know what our opinions are on that. And if we do see a new Pitland University Anime Forum, slap me up. Just don't lock it to a TV channel, guys. I'm asking nicely.
Yup.
Because me and Ethan all I had to do was have a saw online. Which, by the way, our DVD did come in, show them back.
It's already displayed.
But guess what? Literally a couple weeks before I came, Foundation announced that the first season of the Dub for Star Online actualization was coming to Foundation, and this was me and Ethan. Really? I mean, we decided to give it a slide this time, but this is gonna make us think twice before we go ahead and get a DVD again, because the Foundation is gonna put up the second one after the dub is finished on what was it? Adult Swim afterwards. What words when it's completely finished, and might as well wait, right?
Yep.
But yeah, so that's all for movies. If there's any other news that I missed, I will cover that again in missing Summer's tidbit for movies that I missed. But the only thing I have to go back and relook at is June. So yeah, pretty much. We will talk about streaming service launches because we had 2 over the summer. We had Peacock and we had HBO Max. In terms of content, I gotta talk about HBO Max because it has a serious content liking problem. And then Peacock was pretty decent from what I've seen. And I will say I have seen a good chunk of Peacock. And yes, I know it's named after an animal. Ironically, it's also one of my relatives' last name. So there you go. But next up, you're probably thinking anime, but we're saving that for last because, well, you tell me, since you're the rest of an anime fan.
Let's just say all the rest of it after this whole COVID happened. Let's say it has gone more quiet lately.
Yeah, so we don't have that many big anime announcements over the summer. Dude.
I know several, but that's it.
Yep. But we're gonna talk about games, and we're gonna go month by month by month, so that way we can break it down for you guys, easy to digest. Yes, and we're gonna go over any big games that released, released that me and Ethan played in that month, if possible. And then we're also gonna go over any big news that dropped after that. So for June, in terms of big games we played, well, for me there really wasn't too much, but there were 3 releases. Ghost of Tsushima, which Ethan will talk about real briefly because he's already made a video about it.
2.
The Wonderful 101, although that was technically delayed because my physical copy was delayed, so I had to wait a month anyways. And then we had SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, which I will go over here. So, Ethan, briefly discuss Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay, so let's just say the game. I haven't played a best PlayStation exclusive in a long time.
Yep, that's the brief explanation. If you want to see Ethan's longer explanation, I recommend you go check out his video. But speaking of Ghost of Tsushima, Ethan has a little bit of news to share about that was announced back in July.
Let's just say there was an announcement that you guys will never expect one thing. Guess what they show? Multiplayer mode called Ghost of Tsushima Legends.
Exactly. We'll go into it when we get to the July news, but for the June news, we're going to stick to our guns. And the last game that we played, the second game we played was the Wonderful 101. Me and Ethan have both played it now, and we can both give you our valid opinions. I can see why people like this game so much.
Well, I know. They love it.
And honestly, I think it's a great game. Thumbs up to you, Platinum. I'm definitely going to play this one all the way through, just like I did with Bayonetta 2.
Yeah, that one seemed to be a great game. I can see why people love it, and I do love the themes of music of this game.
Yeah. Yeah. Come to think of it, there was another game that Ethan mentioned to me that said he reminded him of Final Face, but I don't remember which one.
The music, yes.
I
think it was a music. Oh wait, Fairy Tail?
Oh, that's right.
The anime game Fairy Tail?
Oh, that's right. But we can't go over that yet because that wasn't released this month. In June. That was released in July.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Fairy Tail was one of them. Mister.
That was the one. That was the one that sounded like Final Fate's music. That was the one you mentioned.
Just the music, not the story
or gameplay.
Oh, but yeah. Okay. So yeah. Now in terms of big gaming news, I'm gonna be honest here. Outside of next gen announcements, not really that much.
Nope. The only thing that we did get is a couple games we got recently. That was this month, so yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty much quiet for most of June. Most of the June was pretty much next gen stuff.
Yep.
Not that I'm against that, of course, but honestly, I kind of want to focus on the current gen.
yeah, that's right. It's a next gen now.
Sorry guys, but like I said, I was sticking to our guns. Unless it was a multi-platform release on both this gen and next gen, we are keeping our mouth shut.
Oh, there's one more thing that we did not mention that we can talk about is kind of come to this current gen and the next gen.
Oh, is it
Call of Duty? Was it Black Ops Cold War?
Yeah, but that was an announcement for this month.
Right.
Let me see.
That's all that's going to be coming in this current gen too.
Yes, that is true, buddy. Nice remembering. Man, you actually remember a lot more than I did, and that's coming from, well, me. Okay, so in terms of news for June. Honestly, there wasn't really all. Oh, that's right. I forgot. IGN had the summer gaming event that month. Let me check out the summer gaming event to see if there was any big news announced there. And you forgot about that.
Yup.
Okay. Oh, I nearly forgot about this. Oh, hi, Allison. Didn't see you there.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
Yeah, and guess who's finally back?
Hello.
Okay, so we actually have a Summer Gaming Award winners. I didn't even see this. So before we go over the news from the Summer Gaming event.
Oh, you know what? There is one announcement that I don't think people already know about. The Game Awards is officially going to happen this year, but it's going to be digital events.
Don't expect too much talk about the nominees from me and Ethan this time. Even more unsure what's going to be at the Game Awards due to the COVID situation.
The only problem is they'll announce it way later. But that's just my guess. But right now, I do know the Game Awards, it's going to happen this year still.
Yes. Okay, so, in terms of new game announcements, the best new game announcement, unfortunately, we cannot talk about because it is next gen title, so we gotta save it for our next gen conversation. But I will say this: it's related to a superhero. Biggest combat. Okay, we can talk about this one. The biggest combat winner was new Pokemon Snap. You can't say I'm shocked.
Yep.
The best gameplay demo was Cyberpunk 2077.
It is going to come out sometime this year, though. That I do know.
Best overall moment again, next gen moment, but I can say this at least: it was the PlayStation 5 official reveal.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, not even shocked.
People are really going on hype on the next gen. I mean, I want the next gen. And there's a new game coming out for Sega.
Oh, I know.
We know that game.
Well, actually, buddy, there was a different game coming out.
All right.
Okay, so let me take a look here. Yeah, there was a lot of news we actually missed. So thankfully, I decided to double check some of the gaming section. Sheesh, that'll teach me. Okay. Hey, EA Play Live. That happened back in June. Okay, so here's the news from that. Aspect Legends is headed to Switch and Steam with full crossplay.
Yup.
So, yeah, you'll be able to play across the systems. The Sims 4 is available now on Steam.
Yup.
Not shocking. Rocket Arena is a new game that which I actually have played, and I will say it's actually pretty fun.
I'll have to try that eventually.
And it did release. Okay, Star Wars Squadrons.
Okay, so I'll be honest. I did see the game. Looks pretty good at first, and then there's this one moment that kind of disappointed me in that one.
The first-person camera.
Third person.
Yeah. Now, for someone who... now, that's not to say that Ethan's not upset, but Ethan usually plays most of his fighting games in third person. It's just easier for him to control. First person, I'm not going to lie, even for Star Fox, it's probably not easy. So, this is coming from me. I really think I really think you guys need to buckle down and focus.
Maybe, okay, so out in the future, when you get the chance, put like an option you can play as third person, because that way it'll get me hype again. Like,
yeah, for all we know, they could just be doing it because the last time I checked, this was the first time that they've actually added an option for first person in a modern Star Wars game. So I'm not too disappointed.
or too worried, right?
No new Jet Set Radio. Although there is another new game coming. I mean, that's inspired by said game with H.R. Numa back it down for the soundtrack. But no new Jet Set Radio. It's actually a series that also got a revival a little earlier, but it's under a new title. And I actually had an interview video with a fan game for the Sega series. I will talk about it a little bit later because it was revealed just actually this week.
Yup.
So yeah. But anyways, Star Wars Squadrons. Yeah. Ethan's not too hyped, so I'm gonna have to check it out for myself and see what it's all about.
I mean, to be honest, okay, if I had third person, I would definitely go be down for it, but this time, I'm not that hyped.
Okay, so there is a brand new Battlefield, Need for Speed, and Dragon Age all development. And we actually had a look at Dragon Age earlier this week. Yep. Earlier yesterday, so yeah. There's a new Untitled skate game coming.
Yup.
And EA announced that 7 games are coming to Nintendo Switch this year.
Oh boy.
7. They only discussed Burned Out Paradise and Aspect Legends, but who knows what the others could be.
Yup.
No, it's not that one. But that is another announcement we will talk about in the July because I do remember it being announced then.
Yeah.
Or was it this month? But yeah. Oh, that's new. I nearly forgot. Ninja launched in July. How could I forget?
Yup.
That one. Okay. Now that one Now that game, much better than. No, I hate to say this. It's Naruto Tabuto Shinobi Striker. I'm not gonna say I don't have a soft spot for it still, but it was pretty bad.
I mean, that Ninjago reminds me of that game.
Yeah, and this is coming from someone who likes ninjas.
Okay, let's just move on before we get more toxic in this video.
Yeah, I figured you would say that. Let me see. And that was the PC Gaming Show. There was a couple big announcements there, including one that would make your jaws drop. Okay, so Torchlight Free is now available on Steam Early Access. Elite Angel's Odyssey update will be releasing in 2021.
Oh yeah.
Here's the jaw dropper.
Oh, I already know this one.
Persona 4 Golden is now available on Steam.
Yeah, guys. That's first ever Persona game got into PC.
And outside of a Sony platform, for that matter. Well, in terms of the main series.
Yup.
So, that was kind of shocking yet not.
Oh, yeah, the first time it was, yup. I hope there is new games for Sega. Oh, wow. Let's hold our breath there, buddy.
No news games for Sega for the PlayStation 5, at least to my knowledge.
But there is one new game for the Xbox Series X. But again, we're not talking about this in the video.
Yeah. Yeah. So, other than that, it was pretty much a pretty blank state. That was two of the highlights I can remember a lot of people talking about. So, yeah. But unfortunately, it was pretty quiet after that.
Nope.
But that's not to say it wasn't a bad event. So yeah, that's all that happened in June.
Oh yeah, so yep.
Now in July, there was quite a bit of stuff. However, most of my Ethan's gaming didn't really come till the end. In fact, we only had pretty much 2 games in July, and that was Fairy Tail and Ghost of Tsushima.
Yup.
Oh, that's right. Nearly forgot about The Last of Us Part 2.
That's in June, though.
Yeah. Real quick, Ethan's going to give the quick and short version of what he thinks of it.
Okay, you want to know something? One thing. You guys will never believe this. Waste of my time.
Yeah, it was so bad for Ethan that he returned the game almost instantly.
And I actually end up trading in the credits for the Ghost of Tsushima Collector's Edition. That's a pretty good smart move of me.
And that should tell you how much he disliked it. Poor Ethan. Now, of course, we're not going to bring it up too much because, controversial. We'll have to keep it clean.
Yeah.
Ethan's going to be here all day ranting.
Yeah, I don't want to go out ranting about this. I think I already get myself already.
But I will say, if you talk to him about it on Twitter, he might agree to disagree.
Yep, I might. I'm sorry, but I might.
That's just a warning. Okay, so for July, in terms of games, like I said, we only played 2. I haven't played too much of Ghost of Tsushima, but we both did play Fairy Tail.
Yep.
Fairy Tail. That's a pretty good RPG. We haven't played too much of it so far.
But then the Switch version, unfortunately, not looking high. Well, frame rate wise.
Yeah, the frame rate's not so.
I like the game.
Don't get me wrong, I do too. 2. I'll still play it on Switch, but I think Ethan's better off buying the PlayStation 4 copy of the game.
In the future, of course.
Yeah, so sorry, Kumio Tecmo, you don't get an extra Switch buy from me from this year.
But at least Tekken Titan 2 looks pretty good on the Switch.
Shockingly.
Well, it runs good too.
That's true. That's true. Speaking of runs good, when we talk about August stuff, when we get to today's news and this month's stuff, we have quite a bit to talk about, especially about the 2 Bandai Namco games that released today. One a port and one a totally new game.
Yup.
And those will be Captain Tavosa and Jump Force Ultimate Edition.
Deluxe Edition, yes.
Yeah, and we have quite a couple words to say about it. But they may shock you.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, continuing on. So, in terms of July news, good news. We finally got a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a main Nintendo Direct, sadly. It was a mini.
And I know those of you are just disappointed already.
I can sense it from here. But if it makes you feel better, they will still put in noteworthy announcements.
Right.
For example, we finally got a little bit more information about Shin Megami Tensei 5, which I'm pretty sure Atlas fans are dying to hear about.
And there's more. Also, number 3
is coming remastered to the Switch and the PlayStation 4.
And what's not the best thing I remembered for number 3, not 5, 3. Deontay from Devil May Cry might be in there, but don't say he's gonna be always the story character. Don't say it.
Hey, you heard Ethan. Ethan, that's a pretty interesting point to make. And usually usually that's a meme in the community.
Yup.
But this time it's actually featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
But don't think he's gonna be a story character.
Just saying. Yeah. So that's pretty interesting news to know.
Yeah.
Other than that one wasn't noteworthy, but this month was.
Yeah.
Because there was a major announcement from Sega that I have been dying to talk about, but I gotta be patient and wait to talk about it. In terms of Xbox news, there wasn't really anything noteworthy for Xbox in August.
The only thing I do. Wait, that's right. It's on Gen. Next Gen. I keep forgetting. Oh well. Yeah, as you can tell, Microsoft and Sony are really preparing for next gen, so there's really not much we can talk about. Yup.
So for Sony, yeah, they were pretty much on the quiet side.
Oh, there are a couple announcements at the time.
Yeah.
They were.
Yep, there were. Anything noteworthy that I think we can make note of?
As we know, you mean?
Yep.
Not what I know of. Not what I know of, really.
And this month's been pretty busy too, in terms of gaming.
Yup.
I think that's all for July.
I would say so.
Yeah. Like I said, July was pretty much a calm month for gaming. We got some pretty big announcements, but most of it was from that month was mainly focused on movies and cartoons.
Unfortunately.
But that's not to say that I didn't enjoy the fact that we're not the only ones that got big news. I'm glad that the anime fans and the cartoon and the movie fans got their piece of news too. Because honestly, with movie theaters being closed, I kind of felt bad for the moviegoers.
Yup.
So it's good to know that there's some stuff coming up that will make them smile.
Right.
But anyways, continuing on. We also got some news this month, obviously. Some big news. Oops. I think I should get this out of the way. We got two, not one, but two Sega announcements. One a remake and one a totally new sequel to an unexpected game that I didn't think was getting a sequel, honestly.
Right.
The first one, which was just announced actually this week, was Puyo Puyo Tetris 2.
Number dos.
Yes, you heard me. Puyo Puyo Tetris is getting a sequel.
Yup.
A sequel.
Yes.
And guess when it's available? Right after the Xbox Series X launch.
Oh boy.
December 8th is what they said.
Oh boy.
Oh, come on, guys. Really? Really? Right after Series X?
Oh boy.
And I plan to buy it on all three systems. Why don't I just look up a Sega? I can't help it, okay? Okay? I buy Sonic on all three platforms if I could. If there was a Sonic game coming, which we still haven't had news about, just saying that. I'm patient, but a little talking to him, please. Let me see. And the other one was Monster World Ashlina, which is a remake of Monster World 4, I believe.
All right.
And that is coming to, I believe, only the Switch and PlayStation 4 at the moment, sometime this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I am excited to see that coming as well.
Oh yeah.
Anything else big this month in terms of gaming news that you can remember?
The only problem is some of them are just next gen announcements.
Yeah.
There are DC announcements, but too bad they're next gen announcements.
Yeah, unfortunately, guys, a lot of this stuff is going to be. We're gonna have to talk about it on next gen talk. It was really quiet for current gen outside of Switch.
Yup.
But that's not to say that we don't have anything to talk about for August. I do know games will go for this month for September.
Yup.
September will bring for me on the Xbox side, they Blob 2 and a couple other games. But that's one of the low boy titles. Unfortunately, on the offhand, I actually own the Blob 2, sadly. So you kind of hit me a little too late on that one, Microsoft. But other than that, that's cool. But also, in terms of Game Pass add-ons, we got a couple cool games that got added to Game Pass for those who have been itching to play some more Final Fantasy, and I'm still waiting for Final Fantasy 7 Part 2. Ooh, I got good news for you. If you're on an Xbox, you can go on to Game Pass, pass on the Xbox Game Pass tile, and Final Fantasy 7 is available on Game Pass right now for you to install. In addition to that, we also have Spirit Fair, which is also available, and noteworthy title, Soul Calibur 6 is actually available on Game Pass now.
Yup.
You heard me. Soul Calibur 6. Now that was a big title. And now that I think about it, Jump Force is still on there too.
Yeah.
So we got two big titles. And both of them are from Bandai Namco. That's very... No, wait. Actually, Tekken 7 is also on there too.
Yup.
What are you up to, Bandai Namco? What are you up to?
Oh boy.
All three of the fighting games on Game Pass. That seems a little suspicious to me.
Oh boy. That's not good.
Maybe they'll line up for a Tekken 8 announcement.
Oh jeez. Tekken 8. I'll see how that goes. Because Tekken 7 was a disappointment, man.
I don't think you want to get even started on that.
Please don't, guys. Because I already been ranting about this before.
Yeah.
Well, outside of the videos, I mean.
Yeah, outside of the videos. Ethan doesn't want to go into detail again. He's told me a million times. But to say the least, let's just say Ethan's expectations after playing the game was kind of already low, and he was still disappointed.
I'm sorry, but okay. The roster's okay, right? That's not what I'm arguing.
Yeah, this might sound like a nitpick, but yeah, game mode was a little too short.
That's just disappointing.
And don't get even started on the story.
Story was...
Yeah, in his opinion. Let's hope Tekken 8 makes it up. Now, as for Jump Force, like I said, we'll talk about that. That was just released today, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Spiritfarer, which launched actually a few days ago on Switch, and Xbox One. Honestly, I was very, very, very happy. I've actually been wanting to play Spiritfarer for a while now, and I gotta say, from what I played so far, thumbs up. Definitely check it out when you get the chance.
Yup.
Okay, and that leads us to today. We got not too much in terms of news, but we do have to talk about two very specific games from our pals at Play 98 Co. Show them the titles, bud.
Okay, we have this one and the other one. These two.
Yep. We have Jump Force
and Captain Tosa.
Funnily enough, we were both playing those games on opposite side TVs. Okay, so, speaking of which, just so you know, Ethan actually just finished playing Jump Force's story mode the other night.
Yeah, let's just say the story was kind of mediocre. I'm not saying I dislike it so much. It's just, it's not for me. It's not like an actual anime you watch. It's more like, I can't explain it better than this one.
Yeah, you're just going to have to play it for yourself to really understand.
But I could say this much. If you play it as casually for fun online, or if you're as an anime fan, you'll love it. But I know you guys are going to be like, but that's a bad game. Not to me. Okay, story, I will admit, it's not the best. But not the actual game in general, in my opinion.
Well, be glad Ethan's agreeing with you on one part, fans who don't like Jump Force. Plus, it's his opinion after all. But we do, Ethan wanted to get the Switch port into specifics for two reasons. One, to play it on the go, and two, to see how this game runs on the Switch, since this was mainly made for the Xbox and PlayStation.
Yup.
And, okay, there's a slight good and bad to it. The good news is it actually runs decent in terms of gameplay on Switch. Just about the same frame rate that it runs on my Xbox One, although albeit a little slower, and Ethan's PlayStation 4 Slim. The downside of it, though, is it doesn't look as good.
No.
In fact, it looks pretty muddy.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I mean,
if you guys want on Switch, I'm not gonna stop you.
Yup.
But just so warning, it's not the prettiest.
Nope, it's not.
But it is still worth a purchase if you guys want a portable version of Jump Force.
Yup.
And honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing what Jump Force. I'm looking forward to see when it plays. I'm gonna play a little bit more Jump Force on the Switch, and then I'm gonna record some footage for you guys so you guys can see what I'm talking about in terms of gameplay, because this is something you actually gotta see for yourself, honestly.
The only thing we didn't tell you yet, that announcements we gotta tell you now. I gotta tell you now. Okay, I don't know if you guys already got caught up in, was it June or, well, that two characters got announced. The first character's been out for season pass, and the second character, Hunter x Hunter character, I know who he is, but I'll explain that. Let's just say the first character has been announced, and he's already been out. You can buy him anytime. Shata Toroki from My Yogi Dania. I did manage to play him. He's actually not half bad, to be honest.
Better than that, dude?
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Well, I gotta play him more and find out. I played him once, but I didn't play him more than once.
True. Now, I buy the season pass on here, but I don't feel like handing my wallet over to Blend and Nicole for two versions of Jump Force. Do you?
The second character, and it just got announced from Hunter x Hunter. I think it was a guy who was from Arc and I can't say it right. Let's just say it's the guy looks like he has like a helmet, like an army helmet, but he's sort of like a green skin, and he's almost like somewhere form of Cell from Dragon Ball. His name starts with M, and it's Marhem. I can't say his name right, but he's gonna be out soon this year. But he's not gonna be out on the Switch later.
Yeah. You guys are gonna have to wait a little longer for the Switch. I'm pretty sure Shadow of Loki's out now on the Switch since the game did just launch today. Which, by the way, if you do get the Switch version, it does include all the season pass one, so you won't have to rebuy every single one. But for season pass 2,
that's pretty good for Switch owners.
Yeah, and pretty generous of Bandai Namco.
But one problem: you still gotta pay a season pass for Jump Force on number 2.
So it's not that big of a steal.
I already did get it for the PlayStation 4, but on the Switch, I'll wait.
Yeah, like I said, me and even don't feel like paying 2 times for Bandai Namco. I'm only going to pay for Xbox. I'm not going to get him on the Switch until I get mine.
Yup, me, I'll just save it for later.
But yeah. So definitely some good stuff. Now, as for Capture Tulosa, I'm not going to lie here. So, handheld mode, both the Lite and the regular Nintendo Switch, the Flame Rate's almost too disappointing for me and Ethan to even describe.
Well, I didn't even see it yet, but I do know I was playing on TV mode. It looks pretty decent.
Yeah, the menus are a little slow, but it's actually a decent frame rate. I would probably say 30 to probably 25 frame rates per second. Second in terms of playing that game on the home console. The menus are a bit slow, but I think that's a minor critique, really.
But I can tell you something when I play the game. Guys, I feel like I've been defeated by a. How do I explain it?
But you know how me and Ethan has said that we've been wanting a game that aims at CPU difficulty would match Soul Calibur 4's? I think we just found it. Ethan played a match with 2 stars. The CPU wiped him up.
And they scored 1, and I couldn't even get a score.
He got close, but he didn't score. Even on 1 star, which is basically easy. Even got his butt whooped.
It's because I'm not used to that type of game. Alright, I like Mario Strikers Charge, but this game, don't worry. I love the game. I like the game. I just had to, okay?
Yeah. But Ethan will be playing the story mode, just so you know. We do plan to record gameplay of both games later, but we will be doing the story mode for Ethan's sake, so he doesn't show himself up and end up losing. The last thing Ethan needs is to lose.
No thanks.
But Ethan is going to practice up tonight, so he can record. I will be recording Jump Force tonight for you guys, so you guys have at least one of the 2 games out loud today on the channel. So yeah, and that's it for games. Lots more stuff I'm pretty sure we can catch you up on later, but those were some of the big highlights. Like I said, we'll save most of our next gen talk for tomorrow's next gen talk.
Yup.
But the last thing we have to talk about is anime news. And while we didn't get too much, we got a little.
Yes, we do.
So why don't you go all the major announcements, bud?
On June, if I'm not mistaken, on Netflix, guess what anime has finally been added since way back then? One Piece. You hear me? One Piece. But don't get your hopes up if you're wanting the latest versions.
It's only
3 arcs.
Can't win them all, guys.
I'm sorry, but I mean, I already watched like a late number. The One Piece bet, we already know that. But I got to catch up on the classics. I have a chance.
Yeah, me too. Speaking of animes on Netflix, Pokemon Journeys is also something that launched in June. And speaking of which, me and Ethan have both watched it. And real quick, you get a thumbs up from us, Pokemon. We may not like Sword and Shield all that much, and we won't get into our opinions because I don't think we need anybody hounding us on the channel for it. But if it's one thing that me and Ethan are very impressed, is that this anime is actually one of the best we've seen since Black and White, because Sun and Moon was...
Yeah, let's just say it was fresh taking.
Yeah, you mean breathtaking.
Yeah, that too.
So, yeah, definitely, if you are skeptical of watching this new Pokemon anime, hey, you got the okay from us, Go Gamers. It's good.
Yup.
And trust me, I would say it was bad because it's on Netflix, something I use.
Yep.
So, yeah. Let me see. And then...
No, wait, there's another one that is about to be added in August. One that got added in June. Avatar Last Airbender.
Yes, you heard me. Avatar The Last Airbender. All the seasons, by the way. It's available to stream right now on Netflix.
Well, there's another one, but it's after Avatar Last Airbender, but it's in August.
Yeah. But we will get to that one in as soon as we get to the August stuff. Did you know what for the certain game that was that you got on Switch back in I believe March or April, was it? Was it related to your favorite anime character of all time?
Oh.
Did that update drop in May or June?
Oh, you know what? That's like what's it in April maybe? Well, you talking about My Hero One's Justice? Well, no. You're talking about this Japanese actor? Or
no, I was talking about the update.
Oh yeah. My Hero One's Justice #2.
Yeah. Now you guys probably know that the original My Heroes. Oh, hey Nelson. My name is DJ MusicClues. I also make mashups, no remixes though. And this is a local anime weebo.
Ethan.
Ignore his Deku fanboyness, by the way, guys. Nelson, he can get a little annoying sometimes.
Alright, let's just move on.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, so like me and Ethan were talking about, so you know how My Hero Academia's One Justice 2. I'm going to call it that because that's the Japanese name, by the way. You know how the first one had no dub? The second one started out with no dub. But then out of nowhere, I believe sometime later in June or May, I'm not sure. But then Namco surprised both of us.
I think it was in before June, I do remember.
I see. Well, we'll say just for the sake of it, because I'm pretty sure it got overlooked.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, and I do mean literally nowhere.
Yup.
They dropped it up.
Oh man, I have a video that was reacting to it. I have a video in there.
Yeah, be sure to check it out. And we did put some gameplay up of that.
Yup.
So honestly, both of us shocked.
And I'm happy. I'm happy.
That pushed a couple more years to buy the game.
Oh, well, that's a good thing that I got the game then.
Too bad they couldn't do that with Jump Force.
Well, maybe they should consider it or something, but problem is
probably too expensive.
Maybe worse than expensive. Maybe the actors are gonna be hard to get.
Fair.
Well, except for the Dragon Ball actors. Well, One Piece hard to get, sorta.
And considering they got My Hero Academias, guess it's not as hard as we thought.
Well, okay, maybe some underrated animes like Saint Seiya or whatever. Some of the more underrated ones are gonna be hard to get.
Pretty much. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Then I believe also in June. Me and Ethan got the biggest shock of our lives for One Piece as well.
Yup.
Oh, get ready for this. The dub for One Piece is back.
Yup.
I'm not lying. You can even look. Look on Foundation if you don't believe me, but the dub for One Piece is back.
Well, for the Luffy's, what's to say after time skip Luffy?
Yeah. They're not starting all the way at the current season.
They're right now on Punk Hazard.
Yep, they got a long way to go.
Oh, they're gonna go over to DeRosa eventually.
Yeah, but that's gonna take probably how many arcs between now and Punk Hazard?
I remember, was it Punk Hazard?
Yeah.
I would say it's less than 100 episodes.
And that's not even counting the probably hundreds that they had to get through, because DeRosa's all the way near the end.
Yeah, it is. And I watched it all the way straight through. But do not worry, I actually enjoyed that arc.
Unlike Punk Hazard, which you can hate it with a Hazard of 1,000 Suns.
Yep, my least favorite.
But we'll get to that at another thing. Anyways, continuing on. So yeah, that's basically what we think of all the June news. July was kind of quiet.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. I don't know if June or something. I think I should mention this one. This Demon Slayer movie announcement.
Yes, you heard Ethan. Demon Slayer's new movie.
The only problem is, if I remember correctly, saw it once. They said originally they're gonna bring it in this year, and then they decided to delay it till next year. Unfortunately. Well, that's okay with me because I kind of want to see this in theaters.
Me too. So hey, that's cool. That is totally cool. And that gives them some extra time to polish up.
Ooh, another one. I keep forgetting another one. There is going to be some sort of a Attack on Titan movie that is actually a recap, like all the seasons up to season 3. That I should look that one because I do remember that was announced around then.
Nice. Yeah, we got a lot of it. There was a couple of anime cons in June, so a lot of the news that Ethan's talking about is coming from June. Not our fault that they did it early in the year, but you know how impatient anime fans are.
Yeah, no kidding. Let's see. I mean, I think it's something to do with Attack on Titan Chronicles. I try to remember what that one was. Something to do with Chronicles. I saw it one time. I think it's something to do with like this one here. Or no, was this one? It was something to do with this one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and by the way, Japan already got it.
Yeah, I saw that.
July 17th is when it released in Japan.
I thought it said eventually they'll bring it to the U.S., but not now, of course.
Always Japan first.
That's what we get as a Weeb fan. Huh? Some more to reply there?
Nope.
Alright, so
yeah. Let me see. Was there anything in July, speaking of which?
Let's see. Besides that Foundation news FanCon, was it?
Yep.
Let's say they do know that did we talk about My Hero Academia is getting the 5th season? It's probably earlier before the summer.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I don't think anything in July happened.
No.
Major.
No, what I know of.
August, we did get one more piece of news.
Yup.
I believe you said.
Oh, what I say?
You said there was one piece of news in this month that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let's see, One Piece. Yeah, let's say obviously we were talking about the English dub ones. That's right. Let's just say that creator officially announced himself, said the manga might go up to 4 to 5 years left in its lifetime.
4 to 5 years left.
The manga will be finished by then. Ooh boy. Which means the anime could end up the same fate too.
Yeah. Yep. So Step Actors better hurry up then.
Oh boy. Means movie's adventure's almost over. Not completely over, but almost there.
Yeah, that means 4 to 5 years left. 21, 22, 23. 2024, 2025, we're probably going to see the end of Luffy's adventure.
Oh, man. I know it's a pain to watch it all the way straight through the end, beginning to end.
But Fairy Tail was the same way.
Yeah, Fairy Tail already ended, though.
True. But either way, right, I'm excited to see the ending of Luffy's adventure if that is really true.
Yeah, I know.
Hopefully they don't leave it on a cliffhanger then.
Please don't.
Yeah, if there's one thing me and Ethan hate in both our anime, movie, cartoons, and video games especially, it's cliffhangers.
Yep.
So, yeah. But, yeah, that's basically it for Culture Capture Summer Edition. I hope you enjoyed our recap. Starting after September and October was spooky recap. We will be talking about all September's news, because we'll be starting a monthly back up again, hopefully, and we will obviously talk about everything that happened in September. So hopefully by then we have some good next gen news to talk about. Please tell me we have released that price. Speaking of next gen, one last reminder: be sure to tune in sometime tomorrow for my and Ethan's Next Gen Talk, where we'll talk about everything related to the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, including our personal plans on when we get our systems, what games we're buying. I can just look at Ethan's face. He's really wanting to get back to Captain Toil. I can just tell.
And not only that, the PlayStation 5. Okay.
Ethan's not going to say anything else, but let's just say don't expect it to be as optimistic as mine for the Xbox Series X. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, because his... Okay, again, I'm not going to say what. You guys will understand in the next video.
Yeah. All right, that's all for now. Now, enjoy this summer recap and brief news. If we missed anything, let us know. We will possibly talk about it in September recap, of course. And that's all for now. Now, this is yours truly, MusicClues.
Ethan, signing out.
And, y'all have a nice rest of your summer and have a nice
gaming night.